Guys, you already saw the title of the video. You already know what we're going to be discussing. So, after 2 whole years of waiting, I finally saw Batman vs. Superman. And I must say, like with the Suicide Squad review, you guys were kind of right about it. Kind of. I do kind of like it. But let me tell you a funny story first. So how this all started is that I was on YouTube one day and I saw a Batman versus it was Batman versus a bunch of thugs basically, and it was in the BV, Batman v Superman movie. So I decided, all right, I'm bored, so I'll check it out. And that scene was awesome. Batman was so cool. I still kind of hate that they made him kind of bulletproof because I like Batman when he's not wearing any armor because it shows more skill. But still, it was awesome nonetheless. And from a single fight scene, it made me want to see the whole movie. Not to mention that there were plenty of people making videos about it, basically saying it sucks. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'll just talk about the pet peeves later. And I took this. Just it's definitely better than Suicide Squad, and I took this more seriously than I took Suicide Squad, obviously. So if you take it seriously, it is somewhat good, but no movie is perfect, and this movie has a lot of problems, and I mean a lot. First off, there's not much action in it, which is weird for something that's called Batman v Superman. We really only really get to the heavy fight scenes near the end of the movie. You know what I'm saying? Most of the movie is just plot and people talking. So before we talk about the characters, let's talk about that plot. Okay, so it's basically DC's version of Civil War. I know that this movie came out first, but for those of you who want like in layman's terms, it's basically Civil War. You know how the superheroes, they cause casualties and the government is scared of them because of what they can do, and now, they try to take them down. And here's basically the movie. It was a bit of Dark Knight Returns, and it was also with a little bit of Superman and Wonder Woman in there. Wonder Woman is pretty much a side character. We have no clue who she is. She just kind of popped up. And she's basically just a side character to work with the trio. Wonder Woman has close to no development. Out of all that screen time, they should have spent half of it giving her, letting her know who she was. All we pretty much saw was a photo of her doing World War One, and then my dude is like, "Oh wow, she's from World War One," and that's pretty much all we know about her. That she's like over 100 years old. That's pretty much all we know about Wonder Woman. But this is DC, so what do you expect? Almost none of the characters have development, except Superman. But anyway. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Ben Affleck as Batman. This is gonna make a lot of people mad, but in my opinion, he's the best live action Batman we have seen thus far. Christian Bale Batman was my favorite, but like Ben Affleck Batman just I'm sorry, man. He just takes the cake. He's so cool. And this is gonna sound a little bit weird, but like Batman's suit, I'm not gonna lie to you, it actually looks like he's a giant bat. That's weird, but it actually looks like that. Other Batman suits were just designed to look cool. They weren't intimidating, but still, they were mostly designed to look cool. His suit is actually designed to look scary. Like if I saw that like hiding in the bushes or on top of a tree, I would freak out. So yeah, they did a good job on the design part. And I'm just gonna say, in terms of action and the way he moves, he's the best Batman. I'm sorry. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would have preferred Christian Bale to replace Batman because it would have been a more connected universe. It would have been much more awesome. But still, a new Batman isn't bad, and they didn't really tell you much of his origin story because it's been told 1,000 times. Even my mom, who's not really a big DC fan, knows the origin at least, and she knows she basically knows how Batman became, Batman. But let's talk about Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor, the worst Lex Luthor in the book. A lot of people are gonna say that based on his looks, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Based on my Suicide Squad review, you guys already know that looks alone are enough to kill a character for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If they look really bad, I just can't take them seriously. He looks like the Riddler. I honestly can see that. That's the Riddler to me. You know what I'm saying? Like he acts like the Riddler, and so there is sometimes when he tries way too hard to be smart. He's not threatening in the slightest. Like Lex Luthor is insane in this movie. He says random crap. Like every time he's talking, I can't follow the conversation. One scene, for example, when he's talking to this old lady, I forgot her name. She dies in the movie English, so it's not important, but he's talking to her, and they just say the most random crap, like something about her PT. Like, what is that? What do you mean? And then Lex Luthor is talking to this other dude where they're talking, and then it transitions to like Lex Luthor, a scientist, and then it transitions back when Lex Luthor is feeding him some candy. Like, what? Lex Luthor was just an overall joke in this movie, and even when he turned bald, he just looked laughable, not menacing like at all. But anyway, let's get back to the action. There wasn't much action in the movie, and when there was, if I'm gonna be honest with you, the only good action scene in the entire movie was when Batman took on that warehouse and saved Superman's mother. That was awesome. Like, I cannot speculate to you how awesome that was. But aside from that, the rest of the fight scenes are just, I mean, the only two fights happen in this movie. Oh, hold on. Let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let's talk about the title itself, the fight itself. Batman versus Superman. So, is the fight good? No, it is garbage. I'm sorry, but that's just how it is. When Batman and Superman fight, it is like the slowest pace. Here's the formula that they use. Superman beats up Batman, Batman uses kryptonite, Superman beats up Batman again, Batman uses kryptonite, and then tries to finish him off. This sounds very exciting. Not to mention that Batman's armor is practically worthless. Like, he might as well not be wearing any armor at all. It doesn't help him in the slightest. He's pretty much wearing his normal bat suit. I mean, I guess it helps him tank the hits from Superman, but that's pretty much it. Every time he throws a punch, Superman just kind of stands there and just be like, "Are you done, bro?" Like, here's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see some Hulkbuster versus Hulk type of crap. I wanted to see that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure, you use the kryptonite, but only use it when the suit is being destroyed. You know what I'm saying? Like, here's how the fight should have gone. Batman goes to Superman, and then Batman like just punches him far, far away without the kryptonite. And then Batman has rocket boots, and then not repulsor blast, but he has explosive batarangs and stuff like that. And it kind of like they kind of like fly across the city. Now, I know that Batman hasn't really had any suits like that in the past, at least without help from others, but they can make it work. I mean, it's not like he's going to be wearing it for the rest of the movie. All he has to do is wear it against Superman, so Superman eventually, through a very cool, epic struggle, tears the suit apart, gets ready to, finish off Batman, then he grabs kryptonite, and then that's when it happens. That should have happened. Instead, it was just a very boring, slow-paced fight that I swear to you, I'm not even gonna lie, my mom fell asleep on multiple times because my mom kept falling asleep, and I had to repeatedly wake her up when we saw the movie. It was crazy. To be honest, my mom isn't really a big DC fan. Like, she's an average DC fan at best. She's a big Marvel fan, but she doesn't really like DC too much. And showing her this movie was definitely not a good way to get her to start actually liking the DC universe. Now let's talk about the infamous quote, Martha. Now I'm gonna make a separate video where this quote actually makes sense to me, but even my mom thought it was stupid how after their moms were both named Martha, so, everything was happy, despite the fact that they tried to kill each other. Batman forgives Superman almost easily, and then they start turning to each other like they knew each other their whole lives. They pretty much become best friends at that point. Like, best friends, I'm not exaggerating. They pretty much become best friends after that. And Batman goes to, save his mother because he knows what it's like to lose, his parents, obviously. So he goes to save her through an epic fight scene. I know I say it a lot, but you guys got to see that, bro. It is so awesome. That's going to be my last time saying it, I promise. Alright, guys, we're coming to the end. Now, finally, let's talk about Doomsday. I hate him. Now, I know I say it a lot, but you guys should know me at this point. looks are enough to ruin a character for me. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Looks are enough to just ruin it for me. If they don't look accurate, then that's just not them to me. Doomsday looks like a mutated whale. I'm not even gonna lie to you. He looks like a deformed whale. He looks like a monster with a whale's face. He does not look cool at all. First of all, he's completely naked, and I don't really understand how it made him. I think it's actually General Zod. Like Lex Luthor put him in this weird ship orb looking thing. He put General Zod in it, and then General Zod just turns into Doomsday and starts to, fight Superman. So that's pretty much what it is. And I'm still kind of confused on how Kryptonian should manage to make a new DNA entirely. It's weird. I don't even understand half of the stuff that's going on in this movie. The movie was really hard to follow. But anyway, back to Doomsday. I just hate him. I feel like Doomsday is one of those characters where you have to make him look accurate. Sure, maybe I can pass on Lex Luthor. He's a human character, but Doomsday, he is a monster. You have to make him look like that. That's like turning the Incredible Hulk into blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even see a green Hulk and not blue Hulk. And Doomsday, he doesn't even have any bones. Like, he has a little bit of bones, but they're not, you can't really see them all that well. I just hate Doomsday. He's honestly a little bit too big, a little bit. You know, he's a little bit too big. He doesn't have enough bones. He's completely naked. I just hate Doomsday in this movie. But anyway, now we finally come to the final battle where Batman and Superman and Wonder Woman fight Doomsday. I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not really that cool. It's basically a CGI mess, if I'm being honest with you. It doesn't really look that good. There are some times when Doomsday himself looks like a PlayStation 2 copy a little bit. There are some times when Wonder Woman, CGI, it looks really unrealistic and it looks like she's almost glitching a little bit. Okay, I'm over exaggerating. Wonder Woman looks cool, but Doomsday, I mean, once he starts fighting, he basically kind of becomes unrealistic. And I find it silly how Gotham and Metropolis are literally separated by they're just 1 mile apart from each other. 1 mile. You would think Superman would have went over there to, like at least try to help them, but no, I guess he just stays in his own lane, I guess. I mean, seriously, it wouldn't take him that long, but anyway, we're getting off topic. So yeah, when we get to the final battle, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, they have a little cool shot, not gonna lie, then they fight in a horribly edited Doomsday battle, and then eventually near the very end, Superman realizes that the only way to kill Doomsday is to use a kryptonite spear, and he realizes that he has to do it even though Wonder Woman could have done it because she's immune to kryptonite, but no, Superman has to do it to set up Justice League. But anyway, Superman incurs kryptonite spear, and he goes to Doomsday and he gets ready to kill him with it. And he hits him in the heart. However, at the last second, the kryptonite fed up with the kryptonite weakening Superman, Doomsday just kind of stabs him in the chest, and then he dies. So yeah, Superman dies, and he comes back a movie later. So I didn't even mourn, especially when I saw Justice League before this. So I guess that kind of ruined the tension, but still, did anybody believe Superman was dead? But anyway, yeah, Superman dies in Doomsday's arms, and then Batman starts feeling understandably sentimental for him, and Wonder Woman starts to feel for him. Also, can we just mention the premature relationships? Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm very naive, but like, these people have only really known each other for like 2 days, and they're acting like they're brothers. That's my main pick I had with Suicide Squad. How after working together for 3 days, they immediately become family. Now I know for a fact that you could make a case because like the villains are supposed to be insane. So I mean, I don't know. It just didn't really make sense to me. I mean, these are criminals for crying out loud. But anyway, yes, Superman dies, and Batman comes to his funeral because he feels like he at least owes Superman this, because he feels like he failed him in life. even though he didn't feel him. I mean, he saved his mother from death, and then he risked his life to help fight Superman. I mean, to help fight Doomsday, and he spared Superman's life. I mean, it's still enough for him to show up, but I mean, I think he did him pretty good in life. Wonder Woman and Batman, they decide to, work together. And then Batman decides that he's going to hunt down the other metahumans that he spotted on Lex Luthor's computer to form the Justice League. And we'll be making a review on that very soon. But anyway, yeah, that's basically this review. So in a nutshell, Batman v Superman is a mixture of The Dark Knight Returns, The Death of Superman, and Wonder Woman and Lex Luthor just kind of just thrown in there as the villains. Lex Luthor a villain. Wonder Woman is just kind of thrown in there. It almost feels like she doesn't even belong there. I feel like if you take Wonder Woman out, Superman and Batman probably could have handled this alone. I mean, she didn't really do much. Yeah, she did fight Doomsday a little bit, but I could totally see Batman just kind of dodging his arsenal real quick. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that pretty much wraps up this review. So if I had to rank this movie from like a 1 to out of 10, I'd say, so if I had to rate the movie, it would be a half-baked pie out of 10. Oh yeah, I'm pulling the Pro Jared on y'all. But anyway, so yeah, like a half-baked pie, there are some parts in it that are good, but ultimately it would be better if the other side was baked. So that's basically Batman v Superman. It has extreme potential, but it just kind of fell flat on its face. You know what I'm saying? The characters have little to no development. All the characters look awful. And the plot generally doesn't really make sense if you think about it. Like, Batman considers Superman his enemy because of a dream he had. I get how maybe Batman would consider Superman his enemy if he had a dream about him. Like, to shrink Earth, because that's something Superman could potentially do. But, I think he should have prepared for it. I don't think he should have just flat out went to go kill Superman. I think Batman in character would just prepare for the day Superman might lose control instead of just outright going to kill his butt. The second movie would have been way more successful if, 1, there was more action. 2, you know what? Let's save that for another day. I'll make another video about how I would change Batman v Superman. But yeah, that's pretty much my rating. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.